Good morning. Sorry. I'm like in the morning. Good afternoon. Sorry about that. I'm like, yeah, it has been a tough day. Let me put some volume. Yes, it has been a tough day. I'm talking about good morning. Good afternoon. How are you? How you feeling? Let me know in the comment where you were, what you're doing. So we want to talk about the latest immigration news. Latest immigration news. Good, Shabir Lalani. Are you feeling good? That's good. Nice to hear that. So I just got started. So I want to talk about the latest immigration news. Nisa in Massachusetts. How are you? Boston before. That's a long time ago. I don't remember anything anymore. I don't know if everything has changed, but I remember it's cold over there. But I was there in spring though. That's a long time ago. Yeah. So you okay. Nice to hear that. We want to just catch up on the latest immigration news. We want to talk about, I don't know if the lightning. Let me see about the lightning. Okay. We want to talk about what is actually going on as far as US is concerned, okay? As far as USCIS is concerned, we have a new, let's see here. We have a new revised Form I-485. So you have to apply for the green card. You got to use the new form because they say that starting February 10, 2025, they will only accept the new edition. So I'm gonna apply now. I mean, you can use the old edition, but if the new edition is here, just use the new edition. So so you just to avoid any confusion. You know what I mean? Because the new edition is already. So but starting February 10, 2025, they're only going to be accepting edition of 10/24/2024, the new edition. They have some major changes, which basically what they're saying that the new edition requires applicants who need to submit the form I-693 to do it directly or at the same time with the application. Otherwise, it's going to be rejected. To be honest, it's just going to be denied. So if you have the trying to fix lightning here. Okay, is it good, the lightning? Okay, anyway, so yeah, if you file the form I-485, they have a new edition starting February 10, 2025. They only accept the new edition. You know that when you're filing, you have to just file with the medical exam report. Just file with the medical exam report. That's it. Otherwise, the application is just going to get rejected or going to get denied because, you know, Trump is coming back on January 20th. Yeah, they're just going to be denying. You know how they were doing in 2019? Yeah. Okay. And then the new form, basically, that's number one. There's a new edition. And then in the new edition, there are three major changes, okay? The first change, you have to file with the form I-693, the report of immigration medical examination. You have to file with the medical examination. That's it. And then the people who are exempt from applying with the form I-864, the affidavit of support, basically requirement to request the exemption on form I harder than submitting the form. For exemption of attending has been discontinued and removed. Okay, so if you are exempt, you don't have to submit the form I-864W, okay? That who are exempt, enable them. Yeah, so you don't have to submit that form, that I-864W. A clarification for the form about public charge. Question now will require an applicant to identify their immigrant category so that they can move easily, determining whether or not the person is exempt from public charge. So they really just minor changes, and then yeah, and they pretty much just made it a little bit more clear what is needed when it comes to I-864. That's number one. That's major news. New form I-485, you know, when you're applying, you make sure that you look at the new form, okay? What else we have here? That's the first news. And then what else? We'll look on the internet, on the computer. Since I'm doing my live session on my phone, that's just like, and then we have new guidance on evidence for applicants under international and whole. I don't really talk about this because we don't really get client under this category. So if you're interested, you can just go ahead and read it. And then we have a major news about mass deportation in New York, okay? What's going on in New York? In New York, what's going on is that the mayor of New York basically has decided to go after criminals. Any person with criminal record, after serving their time, they will be deported. That's New York, okay? So I don't think there's sanctuary cities anymore in New York, not sure, but according to this new breaking news, any person with criminal record after serving their time, they're going to be placed in removal proceedings for mass deportation. So that's what's really, that's a breaking news. And then we have another news about the AD card. They say it's going to be automatically renewed. Remember the AD card, it gets, they brought it back to 180 days and now it's back to 440 days. Just because, you know, it's taking too long to get a new application process. Those are, you know, those renewal process. So they went back to the 440 days. Okay, we have questions here. Let me answer some questions first. Do we have questions? I don't see question. Okay, let me see questions. Okay. Oh, you've been you don't Sharish, you don't like to make consultation. You just relying on me coming on live session, really? So what is the question then? I mean, good. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. You've been praying for me to come live today. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, this is crazy. I have bona fide AD. When can I accept my U visa approval? My receipt date is February 2019. Okay. Well, as far as U visa is concerned, right, their processing time used to be years. And after a while, it went 5 years. February 19, we have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then next year it's going to be 25th. It's 5 years. At this point, maybe you should just try those expedited requests and see how it's going to play out. Because it used to really be under 4 years. At some point, it became 5 years. I don't get those type, but from what I've heard, it's like it used to be 4 years, then became 5 years, then became 6 years. Now I don't even know anymore. But at this point, you should consider basically expedite request and see if expedite request is going to work. You know, just try to expedite your case. Let me see if we have questions here. Okay, let's see if we have questions. Okay. Yeah. Just, just try expedite first and see if expedite request is going to work. Okay. Because really nobody can tell you exactly, it's going to take, because USCIS, they don't even follow their own rule. So yeah, that's just that. Okay. Okay. So the latest news we have is about it's about New York. New York, the mayor of met with the Trump and to make a plan about how it's going to play out as far as deportation is concerned. The mayor clearly says they are going to go after people with criminal records heavily. So I guess they no longer consider themselves a sanctuary city. I don't know, but according to what he said, just pull out what he said, mayor of New York. And that's just another news on the side. And then we have another news as far as Indians are concerned. It says that 18,000 Indians are to be deported from U.S. under Trump watch. So they're saying that, okay, let's see what they're saying. They're saying here that 18 Indians very likely to be deported. Hold on. Yeah, to be deported. The deportation process and the in the past 3 years, they've seen an average of 90,000 Indian nationals apprehended at the U.S. border for attempt to enter the country illegally. They're trying to see. Then we have in Asia at least 37,000 undocumented immigrants overall. And quite frankly, people with removal order, the estimate is about 1.4 million. So basically, that's what is going on. Okay, hope that yeah, I don't, that's just what's going on. I'm just telling you what's going on now. And then in New York, let's see. I'm looking here, right, what the mayor said. Mayor of, just looking here on the computer. Yeah, you can go on the and read this article on the Hill. Yeah, he said he's gonna go really heavily on that. Criminal. Yeah, he said that he's more concerned with public safety than politics. Yeah, so basically that the goal is to really get criminal outside of the state. I see one question here. Okay. Any idea about processing time of background check on asylum? I did my interview on December 2023, and 1 month ago they said they are waiting for background check to be completed. You did your interview and doing a background check after the interview? I don't understand that. So you apply for asylum. First of all, where is your asylum? USCIS or immigration court? And then you already did the interview, and then they're gonna do the background check after the facts. I don't understand that. Yeah, please elaborate more question, because I don't really understand what's going on with that. Okay, please elaborate more so we can try to find an answer. Yeah, so the mayor of New York, the Mayor Adams, ready to work with Republicans on border-related crime. Okay. After meeting with President Donald Trump, Border Czar Tom Homan, Adam held a news conference. Oh, they're waiting for your background check in order to give you a decision. Okay. Well, if you did it with US, really, I don't know the timing for decisions. It just varies by case. We have a decision pending with USCIS too. We went there on the latest case. We went there on October 21st. We haven't got it yet. But recently, what I've seen so far for cases that we went last year, we got the decision after almost 4 months, between 3 to 4. Got a decision around. The decision was made in January. We didn't receive the decision until December. So sorry, until April. So it almost 4 months after the interview. But you know, USCIS, if you have to calculate in terms of timing, they have at least 180 days after the interview to come up with a decision. If they don't come up with a decision 180 days, then you have the right to sue them to get a decision. That's USCIS. But what we usually do, we just follow up with them. If you don't hear anything from them, you follow up. But personally wait at least 60 days prior to start following up, because sometimes they will sit on those cases forever, you see. Yeah, it's just a matter of following up. Okay, just try to follow up with them and see. Let me see if we have another question. I miss Cherish Kadosh. I miss your question. Let me see if I will see it. But if you already receive your PD request is, I don't think the judge writes on the PD request. I guess the judge writes an order, okay? Saying, let's say PD request is basically you asking ICE to join a motion to reopen a case, then terminate removal proceedings. And the joint motion, that's the motion that the judge will sign. The motion, a written motion. So basically, the judge is in front of the motion, and then they sign. If they agree with that joint motion, then they give you an order dismissing the case. But I don't understand on the order. It says pending PD request. So basically, your case has already been terminated. If the case has already been terminated, what would you worry about? Just send that order to USCIS and up to the green card. Clearly, they'll see that it's a mistake. I mean, you can write that it's a mistake. Because USCIS, they'll see that the case is still pending. I-130 is still pending. So I actually thought that you already applied for the green card. I don't understand those questions. Isn't it your green card already pending with USCIS? And you got your PD request before the I-130 was approved? So I'm just confused a little bit. Or you're asking for somebody else? I'm just confused. Okay. Yeah, I'm just confused about your question because, you know, PD request is basically you join a motion, and once ICE agree, usually then we send that motion to the court, and then the judge will, you know, on the order, the judge will grant the motion. Of the time, of course, they will grant it because ICE has already agreed. So now what you're saying is that on that order, the judge says that I-130 is approved. Uh, yeah, cherish. I don't know what you can do. You can go to the court and try to get them to correct that, or you can just file and explain to because the case has already been terminated, basically. So you can just send that letter to with your green card application. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I were you, I'm just gonna. You can go to the court and try to get them to correct that, which is gonna take you sometimes too, because you know the judge has already ordered that. So, or you can explain yourself to your CIS by showing them the proof that you did in fact tell the court that the I-130 was pending. It's just a mistake that the judge wrote something different. You have to show them what you sent to court for them to believe you. So basically that, yeah. Yeah, you just have to explain yourself and see how they're gonna say. Okay, so I was trying to see if there's another news. Yeah, because news are coming, you know. By the way, if you haven't done so, I had what? How do you call it? A video on TikTok, trying to explain what happened to us yesterday. Oh my God, yesterday was a bad day. Yeah, just go on TikTok. That's my video. I'm still working on that case. I'll keep updating on that case as we progress. But that was really bad for us because the judge sustained those charges and we don't agree with the judge, so we have to appeal and hope that BIA will overturn the judge's decision, which is really like unfortunate because things are really clear. And explain that on my video on TikTok. Please go ahead, watch that, and like and share. Yeah, you need to be following me on TikTok because I'm trying to get there too, the same way I'm here. Okay. Yeah, please go on my TikTok and watch that video. You understand? Okay, we have just here. If you have a final order, and then the motion to, you have I-130 pending, how long it takes BIA jurisdiction. BIA will take all the time they need, okay? So their case take for between, it can take between 2 months to 4 years just to decide on a case. And there's nothing you can do about it. So the question is, still remove you? Well, if ICE come to remove you, you have to fight. What usually we do is we file a motion to stay removal, emergency motion to stay removal. Of course, with BIA has the jurisdiction. BIA has the jurisdiction, and so we filed a motion to stay the order of removal, okay? Emergency motion to stay, which it simply means that when the case when your motion to reopen is still pending, if they can allow you to stay so that until the decision is being processed. That's just to the judge at that point. It's discretionary, right? You have to put a lot of things. That's just up to the judge at that point for the judge to agree or disagree. You see, because you can't go to ICE and try to because the ICE has already is in the process to remove you, already detain you. You're under the car. You can't ask them for stay of removal because they're just going to disagree because that's because they're already removing you anyway, and they're going to be hostile at that point. So what you should do at that point is to file emergency motion to stay removal while the motion to reopen is still pending with BIA. So you file it directly with the courts and hope that they make a decision right away so that they can hold you until the decision is being made. So that's how it's gonna play out. I hope I made myself clear. Okay, what else we have as question? I thought TikTok has been banned. Well, TikTok is, they say that's January 19, right? But the thing is, it's not gonna be banned because somebody's gonna buy it. The order says that if an American buys TikTok, it's gonna be banned on January 19, but no, I don't think so, because somebody's gonna buy it and people want to buy it. It's just not gonna be banned. So, yeah. Yeah, that's why Sharish Kadosh, you need to go on TikTok and follow me on TikTok as well and share my videos. Yeah. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Do we have any other question? Find out if we have another news. Have to file a day with motion to reopen or after? Well, if it's called emergency, usually people file it when they're being detained, because now it's an emergency. If you file it now, you can file just a simple motion stay with the motion to reopen. But when you file emergency, it's when you're already being detained. That's an emergency. Right now, if you name it emergency, it's just not going to work, because there's so right now, if you're filing, you can file to reopen and motion to stay removal. Yeah, if you're filing right now. So, okay. So what else? What else? Yeah, but usually the scenario, the real scenario, basically. I have a question. Yeah, that's great news. Hold on, hold on. That's great news. I don't have a question, but I just wanted to share that I'm finally current in January with PD March 2023 EB. Excited. Yes, 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 yes. But my question is, how are you going to adjust this if you are adjusting under employment base? And if you unless you are still a student, right? We are assuming still a student. Because if you overstay your visa and you're in removal, and basically it's when the person finds themselves in removal, technically they already overstay, right? Most of the time, unless you have a conditional green card, something around those lines. But anyway, so under employment base, how are you going to adjust status? Oh, you're still a student. Okay, that's good. That's good for you. Because a lot of people, they don't keep their student status valid, but at least you have that. Good for you. Good for you. We're happy for you. That's a really great news. Yeah, that's something to celebrate. That's a really great news. That's a really great news. I'm really happy for you. Okay. So what else? What else do we have? Yeah, I wanted to check another news here. Let me check. Yeah, because yeah, EB2 national interest waiver. Yes. Yeah, I was just wondering about whether or not you can really just adjust status, but because you're still within lawful status, that is good. Case has been dismissed. Current situation. Can I still situation category C8? Well, basically the way it works, if you're still working, I don't think they're gonna ask you for a work permit, because you're still working with the C8 until that C8 expires. But the thing is, if you go to another job, what we are is not to change job until you have the new work permit, because if you go to another job, they're gonna ask for a work permit, and once they run it in the system, they're gonna find that it's already no longer valid because the case already been dismissed. Yeah, that's a lot of work. So so basically, yeah, so if you don't change the job, so you should be fine. The C8 until it actually physically, expires on the date of expiration date. That's what the law says. It's still valid. The thing is, some people, when they change job and submit a new work permit, have to run it in the system. And usually they'll find that if the case was already dismissed, then it stops the validity of the work permit. Sometimes they don't agree with your reasoning. Yeah, but if you stay in the same job, you don't have to show them the work permit because they already process it in the system until it's time to show, right? So, and by that time, I believe you will already have your work permit under C9. So, yeah, I think so, right? Okay. What else? Let's see. Yeah, biggest news is just that the new application for green card, you have to file with your, first of all, just use the current version, and second of all, just file with the basically the how do you call it, the exam result. That's it, because you don't want them to reject or deny it, because Trump will, they're just going to deny it. And then another news is that they are extending work permit authorization for certain people. It's going back to 540 days renewal extension, automatic extension. That is really good. What else we have here? How do you prepare for the coming Trump administration? Basically, if you can file now, just file. Then a lot of trouble as far as criminal yeah, if you start supporting me, if you not support me, how am I gonna go far? You supposed to be supporting me, Kaddish Kadosh, by following me, by scheduling, by sharing my videos, by following on TikTok, sharing my TikTok so I can go viral. Those are the things you're supposed to do, right? In exchange for my free advice. What else? But thank you. We appreciate your presence, okay? What else? Yeah, so those are the things we wanted to talk about. Yeah, how to survive Trump administration. If you have to file for something, this is late. Really, we have between now and January 19. As long as they receive your application by January 19, you're still operating on the old policies, okay? So, to file. If you don't have anything to file, just stay out of the radar, okay? Meaning what? Meaning that no wrong place, no wrong time. Meaning that driving under the influence of alcohol, that's just like, don't do it. I mean, if you want to get drunk, just drink at your house. Try to avoid those parties, because those parties, some people, when they're drunk, it just turn into a fight. And when a fight is involved, the police get called. And when the police get there, that's when they start checking people's status and stuff like that. Why you're here? What are you doing here? They look at the work permit, these and stuff. That's when they go deeper and start looking at people's status and stuff like that. That's how somebody, by the way, let me tell you the story. That's how somebody from student visa got basically removed from this country, because this guy was good. He was doing good. and he basically went to a party. And then what happened was there was a fight that happened at that party, because when people get drunk, they just get into fights. And then the police was called, and the police was called. He didn't do anything wrong, but the police was called on the scene of the crime because there was assault and stuff like that. When the police came, they locked the place, asking everybody ID. They find out that he was a student with invalid status. However, they went deeper. They didn't just stop there. They went and checked and find out that he worked without authorization at some restaurant while still in school. That's how he found himself in removal proceedings in violation of his student visa. And he was removed from the country. If you violate the student visa, you found yourself in removal proceedings, you'll be removed and banned for 5 years for the student violation visa. 5 years of ban. I'm not sure if he already, because that happened in 2019, I believe. I don't know if he's still back, because the 5 years has lapsed yet. And then Trump is coming back. That's going to be difficult. So home time, home place. That's just how things happen. So Trump is really promising that he's going to go really deep, and he's going to use the law he's going to use anything that he has to its extent, basically in reviving old policies and old laws. Really, he's done that. He will find a law that hasn't been used for a very long time and use it and interpret it differently. Really, that we can give that man that. He's good. That's how he used Title 42. That's how he went back to the public charge rule. That's why he came up with Remain in Mexico policy, and now come with this Alien Enemy Act and try to use it differently. He's trying to end birth citizenship for undocumented children, for undocumented parents of U.S. citizens, and he want to find a way to do that because he's really good on using those laws in order to use the authority to accomplish something. So you protect yourself basically is by staying out of the trouble. Really, at least one way, right? Okay, this is it. Yeah, today I didn't want to come live because I was still in the bad mood from yesterday, but I'm here. You gotta shake it up and just keep moving forward. So yeah, and I'm back. So this is it. Yeah. So what else? Okay. Okay, this is it for today. Please please, at least the like, we can get that right. Cherish Kadosh, please like, please share. I'm not gonna be here this weekend. I'm not gonna do any live session because I'm not gonna be in town. So probably gonna come back with live session next week. I'm not sure the date, but if you want to be updated on anything, just follow me on TikTok, because I'll be on TikTok while I'm outside of the city. Don't forget to do that, and don't forget to schedule your consultation if you really need that help. Okay. Don't be waiting on those live sessions. Guys, you need support. Anyway, so until next time, bye bye.